taxes, death, and Goomy spamming emotes on the goal line. Those are the constants in life.
I want to think he has like 5 foot pedals at his desk, so he could just press whatever he wants with his feet, and it just easily spams, because there's no way he could be doing WASD or MOBA and pressing the number keys as well. But it could be possible. He is a good gamer, and we're getting into this draft here. We are settling in on Night Market. Great map for the first one of Grand Finals. Rune and Drakkar, see you later. You're not going to be seeing this match. Maybe next one. Sit on the bench. So, Kienoob, usually picking the Drakkar there, will have to flex to the Estelle or the Rasmus. The Juliet on threezybreezy looking pretty confident, but Kienoob going to go with the Era. Kai on the other side for Portland. Keep in mind as well, 0-0 means that this is a best-of-3 matchup. You will see the matches up on there. That's not going to be the score as well. So it's going to be a very interesting matchup. You got Dubu, Goomy as well. A Juliet coming out from Portland. And then Juliet, threezybreezy might be happening pretty soon. I'm not too sure. Looks like it will. And we got the Era on Portland as well. Let's see what the awakenings are. But Kbot, are we ready?
Well, it doesn't matter whether or not we're ready, because we're getting into the game regardless here. You see on the other side of the pitch as well, it'll be apalme and FudgyWaffles matching the front line with that Juliet Era combination, and it's Happy Star missile propulsion that comes out here. Goomy picking that extra special instead, but already KO happens, and suddenly Portland's Sabbatical might have an early opportunity to start getting some of these goal barriers down.
Which is really good for the one guy who put 10 Vodible dollars, 10 exposure bucks on this Portland team as they're KOing, as they're going crazy. FudgyWaffles slapping that syrup all over the place, up at the advantage 1-0.
How does FudgyWaffles already have energy burst? I don't really know how that happened. Already, all 3 members, for that matter, on Portland Sabbatical are on level 2 after so many KOs happen. And look at this! It happens again! Maelstrom comes out of FudgyWaffles to take care of business, and now apalme's starting to get in position. The Tofu Fortress can only hold apalme's Juliet back for so long, and now it's going to send it back as well. Portland Sabbatical taking this one in stride.
So far, Portland Sabbatical is no longer on the lawn chair in the Pacific Northwest. They are back in the office at whatever job they have, making it all work out, and FudgyWaffles is going to get the first hit in this set so far. Goomy, again, trying his best to keep this core out of the goal barriers, but you can't really stop a maybe you can stop apalme's fist. I was about to try to predict the future there. It didn't work out. 1 goal barrier down for Los Rancheros. They need to keep this up, but see you later, Juliet. We're going to see a man advantage on the side of Los Rancheros. They are ranching and wrangling, and here comes Goomy. He's thundering up the midline. Here he comes. It's going to happen. Maybe. He's got the wall right there. Apalme is back, but Kienoob meets it, and Goomy needs to get right back to that goal pretty fast, if I had any say-so.
One of the things that Portland Sabbatical is doing so well is getting it past at least one member of Los Rancheros. They're making sure that there's always something in the way to interrupt a pass or to otherwise make it so that they don't have full possession of the core. And most notably, look at how far the strike shot plus missile propulsion on the Kai is going for Reznok. He can shoot over half of the pitch, as now we see a few energy bursts used. Goomy has it at his disposal as well, and the barrage nearly sends threezybreezy off of the pitch. Power play opportunity for Los Rancheros isn't going to quite translate, at least for now. Kienoob collects the core, though. Is going to be looking for this goal barrier. Is going to be able to find it, but apalme responds with the KO against threezybreezy. The bewitching beams both come out. The maelstroms cross things up for a moment, but apalme has energy burst. It hits an angle, but it's not an angle to go in. And now the corner as well. Possession still over to Portland Sabbatical. Energy burst used, but it doesn't matter. FudgyWaffles is able to send it back.
Goomy trying to use that energy burst as well as a defensive move did not work out, and Portland are up 3-0. This is looking mad interesting. So, ladies and gentlemen in the chat, let's see what's happening on this Awakenings draft. You got Fire Up again. You got Big Fish on the Infinite as well. Stacks on stacks. Looking like it's going to go to the enemy era here, the Los Rancheros era. Fire Up being picked by the era on the side of Portland. Built different, Big Fish. Dubu's got the skates. Watch out for Goomy. He's going to be sliding all around this court. And let's see. Looks like the Big Fish will be taken by Kienoob. So very interesting draft. I'm going to be keeping my eyes on that Dubu.
I think most everyone is incredibly happy with what he came away with, especially FudgyWaffles, though, with that fire-up. We saw 6 fire-ups in the last one, and that's what caused so much speed and so much pressure for Los Rancheros, and now FudgyWaffles able to take it away, mitigate some of that opportunity, and maybe start to work it into some more speed and momentum for Portland Sabbatical. We'll see if they can come away with this one, but first it's going to be all about trying to keep this core away from the forward duo as Kienoob and threezybreezy are looking to find each other. There's the second goal barrier falling as well, as now threezybreezy can't quite make it back in time, but Goomy is there. Look at this Tofu Fortress.
Oh my
the
goodness.
knockout comes through, and the Maelstrom will clean it up.
Good Maelstrom from Kienoob, and you saw Goomy speeding around the middle of that pitch there, and it looks like these guys are just ready to go with this insane Dubu midfielder. Did I almost say Dubu midfielder goalie kind of setup? It's looking interesting. Good wall coming out. The Maelstrom also blocking Reznok in the corner of that goal. I think Goomy is going to try to keep this away from these goal barriers. He kind of has to, as FudgyWaffles and apalme make their way towards that side of the goal. Maelstrom comes out trying to get that core to that up top left, top right hand side, and oh my goodness, see you later era. You're going to take a little break for a minute. Reznok keeping things fresh, making sure everything is good on this side of the goal barrier, but I don't think it's going to happen for much longer. It's a beat-up sesh. Juliet on Juliet action in this goal. Breezy really low, God. And here goes the other goal barrier, and here comes the Dubu, and Breezy tries to make it work. He gets knocked out in the process. Oh no, and there goes a goal barrier. Slides past Goomy. apalme takes this into consideration. Gets this question. Great pumpkin wall, good pumpkin fortress by Goomy here. And here comes threezybreezy. He's back from the dead. He's going for revenge. See you later, Juliet. You're going to take a break here. Go join Romeo. And oh, what a good deflect by Reznok here. Goomy bringing it towards, he's going to go thundering up this midfield as well. Let me get this. Bang. See you later. Show me the pause, Goomy.
How obnoxious is Goomy walking all the way forward and putting a Tofu Fortress down on the opponent's goal box? I mean, what are you supposed to do? You can't clear it down to the corner because it's going to go right back to you. But again, this is exactly what I'm talking about. And one of the things that the Dubu does incredibly well on Night Market. Look at how Goomy's using the Tofu Fortress to completely block off one whole half of the map, buying more space for Los Rancheros. Anytime that Tofu Fortress is up, they have the advantage, but we'll see if Portland Sabbatical can start finding an answer, because they're going to need to find it, despite the fact that they went 3-0 in the first set. Now core flip used by threezybreezy, but doesn't take the empowered strike, just sends a lazy one down to the bottom corner.
A 3-0 from Portland, a 3-0 from Los Rancheros. We're going back and forth, trading blows. This is what it looks like to watch a grand final. And Dubu, first up here, of course he's the MVP. He's Dubu. He's the best character in the dang game. Don't at me. So Dubu is going to grab the Orb Dancer. Very good stuff. It's interesting that he didn't grab the Orb Ponderer because he's on the back of that goal, but he's not going to be using it for that. He's going to be getting more speed as he comes up the midfield, so it's a great pick there. The Twin Drive on era for Los Rancheros. Looking good as well. Peak performance going to be taken by a lot of the enemy team here. Orb Ponderer on the Kai, and a Spark of Strength on to threezybreezy. So, very good awakenings overall, and let's take a look at all these.
Yeah, you see that already come out. And look, the Dubu starting to come more online, more and more movement speed, especially as Goomy is going to start picking up some of these orbs. Watch out for that, but now has to be careful here, because again, as long as the core is able to slip by, there might be some havoc to cause here, but with FudgyWaffles so low on stagger, back on the other side of the pitch, apalme can only do so much, but let the core go to the hands of Los Rancheros. Now, strike shot out of Reznok, not able to keep things up for now, but there it is, dash into the goal barrier for apalme. Could be the fiery flurry coming out of threezybreezy, looking for this one in the goal barrier, but again, Barrage just send it away, and space is starting to be bought, but can they find the connection to one another? apalme is there with energy burst. Can't seem to find the angle here, and there's enough interruptions coming in from Los Rancheros. There finally is, though. Comes into the top side.
We kind of saw Goomy's tendency to go towards the midfield kind of bite him here in this last one. That core going right back towards his goal, and even though he came back to try to defend, look at Portland. They're up 1-0 in this series now. So you just got to watch out for what is going on. Goomy's got to play a little bit back, and it looks like he's doing that. He's going to be grabbing these orbs. He needs them. And oh my goodness, what a bounce off the middle. That's 2 goal barriers gone in a second. the Dubu Tofu Fortress keeping the core on that side of the map. Goomy doing a great save right there. I definitely wouldn't have been able to do that in ranked. That is insane. Uh-oh, threezybreezy looking real low. Looks like Fudgy might be trying to take advantage of that if Threezy cannot grab the shield, which they do. Grabbing that orb, getting that shield back up, and FudgyWaffles bringing it up the top side. Kienoob gonna try and keep this out, but apalme grabs both goal barriers, and we're on an even set. Let's see, it's anybody's game here. Goomy grabs this tofu wall. See you later, Juliet, on the side of Portland. And they've got the man advantage, so Goomy's going to come thunder forward, and then he doesn't even have to use the energy blast here. It's a tie game. No longer will we see 3-0s, at least not for now.
What a maelstrom as well coming out of Kienoob there, stunning both Reznok and FudgyWaffles. They were just stuck, not able to do anything in the corner, leaving the entire net open for that core to come right on through. And the other thing here that apalme is noticing is that it tends to be the target of so much damage coming his way. Can only do so much as now power play opportunity comes out. There's the core flip out of Goomy to send it back as well.
Goomy just doing it all right now. You saw that bounce. You saw that barrier go down, the bounce off the side into the goal. Mans is balling like Mbappe at the moment. And speaking of Mbappe, favorite player of Surplus Esports, shout out Puffy. I see you in the chat right now, missing you in the East bracket. But besides that, we've got some really great players here in the West, and you're seeing the best right now, ladies and gentlemen, as threezybreezy evens up these goal barriers on the side here. Reznok looking a little low. The goalie advantage might be going towards Goomy at the moment. And look at threezybreezy. He's lurking. The Shark's lurking. He's bouncing around, and see you later. Goodbye. No sugarcoating here. We're going to see a man advantage coming on the side of Los Rancheros, the ranchers in the Southwest. They probably have a few ranches out in West Texas right now. I might be living on one. Oh, no, and threezybreezy says see you later. Gonna take a little nap off the side. Apalme now coming back on this. Oh my goodness. Kbot, help me out here. This is a crazy match.
Oh no. Reznok was starting to get into a little bit too involved there, and now sends it right back over to Kienoob, but FudgyWaffles is there for the save, at least for now. Goomy in position with the Tofu Fortress here as well. And threezybreezy comes up with a KO himself, but it falls back to the other goal barrier here as well. The barrage sends it away for a moment, and apalme is gonna let the core drift to the speed up. Kienoob looking for the pass over to Goomy, who is traveling so fast. Look at this Dubu. threezybreezy going forward. No, somersault backwards. Able to save it at least for now. Tofu Fortress for it as well, but the core slips right on by. So many clustered around for Portland Sabbatical, and they're not spread out enough to find the defense that time around. Los Rancheros takes this set.
Los Rancheros definitely feasting on some huevos rancheros at the moment. They're getting that set as well. And if you saw in the back, in that last set there, you saw both, I believe Kienoob and Goomy in the back line. They're just passing it back and forth, keeping the other team, Portland, away from that goal. And we're back into the draft here. So Orb Replicator is going to really help out this team here, as Goomy has been gobbling up these orbs in the back line as he makes his way towards the midfield. Looking like heavy impact going towards the Era, Castellas going towards the Kai, Monumentalist going to the Era. This is an interesting draft, and I think it could work out in Portland's favor here.
We'll have to see, but to your point, Dylan, about Goomy picking up that Orb Replicator, we saw in the last game how much speed really helped Los Rancheros. They were still able to keep up with the core, and now they're going to be looking to do the exact same thing every single time that Goomy picks up an Orb. But you've got to be careful for opportunities like that come up, as FudgyWaffles be what you being, but they'll find this one, and now able to find the second goal barrier as well. Reznok starts to try to get involved here, but threezybreezy dashing to the other side, looking for this one, and now Goomy forced to go back to collect the core. apalme tries to send this one up north, and now the Maelstrom comes through to knock Goomy off of the map. Portland Sabbatical finds the first goal.
Oh my goodness, Kbot, you were spitting there. You sounded like Eminem for a little bit, man. That was awesome. But that Era on the Monumentalist really helps things. Goomy just could not get out of the way, and you're going to be seeing a lot more FudgyWaffles action here. Good wall, good deny, good protection. And man, FudgyWaffles needs to keep up this pressure. Goomy's going right into the front line, saying, I'll do it myself, and taking out the Juliet on the side of Portland. Man advantage going to Los Rancheros, and they're just going to equalize it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
What an angle from threezybreezy, just finding that one to get around Reznok fast enough. But other thing here, again, Goomy still putting in the threat. He might have gotten KO'd in the last one. Those stacks might have been reset, but he's still playing so far forward and joining the rest of the team to siphon off an entire half of the field of Night Market. And now threezybreezy able to team up with him to stuff the court back. Kienoob gets involved in the court flip, and it goes right underneath the feet of Portland Sabbatical. It's match point for Los Rancheros for this first game.
Los Rancheros could be seeing themselves one game away from a Primetime Tuesday win, joining the likes of trio abusers in the East tonight. But I don't think Portland is up and done just yet. Look at these spells from the era, keeping things fresh, but oh my goodness, the Juliet trade. Okay, so now we've got an even game so far. Goomy trying to make it all work out. He's in that other shield here. He's in the other goal. Kienoob playing as substitute goalie at the moment, putting on the gloves. And threezybreezy, oh no! See you later, buddy. Era is not going to be a good time getting bullied like she did in elementary school. Man, it just builds character though, because look at Goomy go! He's just absolutely slaughtering the side of Portland, and he's just got to come right back up, get into this goal, and cause something to happen here. You've got 3 seconds before the Kai comes back, thundering back, but threezybreezy gets the crucial KO, and Los Rancheros up 1-0 or 1-0.
I cannot believe what I just witnessed.
I
think what I think needs to happen here is if we go back to Night Market, the Dubu needs banned away, okay? It's time for the Dubu to take a spot on the bench, because just how much of a presence Goomy can have on this striker forward is overwhelming. You talk about the Tofu Fortress blocking off half of the map. You talk about the fact that he's just able to walk up there himself and continue to keep up the pressure. You see it. I mean, his score lines don't even look like they're that much different than the forwards themselves, coming in for 2 goals and 4 assists there. And just the overall presence that Goomy has on those lines is enough, I think, that needs to be taken away if we're seeing another map quite like this.
Yes, and also shout out Kazakhs. I'm seeing him getting a little flamed in the chat for the controller usage. I'm going to give it up to you. Producer using a controller, I love it. Let's take a little look here at these stats as well. Apalme with 24,000 damage, it just wasn't enough. And it just didn't make sense because Apalme was punching foes right and left, absolutely making it look like this was a boxing match. But Kienoob and threezybreezy coming up with the 23k damage on Theezy, 14k damage on Kienoob. You got to give it up for Goomy, though. 2 + 4, 2 goals, 4 assists, charging up the midfield. And look, Portland, you got to stop the hamster from running amok. You got to keep him in the sawdust and drinking from a little water bottle and in the hamster wheel, because he's just going to keep running and using that energy he has right up the middle of the field. So Portland needs to figure out an answer for this next upcoming match. And I believe we're going to be working on loading that up at the moment. Kbot, do you think this is Los Rancheros' game?
You know, we're gonna have to see. You just reminded me. I need to find the little comic of the small little Dubu, okay? Because that right now is what Portland Sabbatical needs. Or they just need to not get sent to Night Market here. Because again, I think that's part of it. Now, yes, the Dubu can still have an impact on a lot of other maps, especially on something like Oni Village if we're over there. But I think on the whole, actually, Zap probably as well with that well in the middle.
Oni Village, as you said.
It is Oni Village, as I said. I won't be surprised if I see a Dubu goalie. I'm not putting any stock in this Zentaro for now. Let's hold on for a second.
Let's hold on for a bit. Wait for the bans.
But
yes.
Look, I would not be surprised to see his Dubu here as well, unless it's banned away. It's the era gets banned away, and there it is, the Dubu as well. Finally taken off of the pitch. Goomy will not be skating this time.
Definitely not, and it looks like the Julie also, the Era on the other side being banned as well. So we're going to be probably seeing Rasmus X, Juliet, Asher, Imi, Vice. Come on, Goomy, make a choice. You're confusing me here. We've got Jakar on the other side as well. Looking like Kai will be picked for that goalie pick. Just kidding, it's the Jakar. You keep switching it up on me, breaking my ankles. Juliet being picked as the second pick as well. Rasmus and Juliet rounding out this draft. We'll see the Awakenings here in a bit, but make sure to click on that YouTube link in the Twitch chat. Give them a follow, guys. You're going to see all of these matches up on YouTube in the coming days. It's going to be great.
triple brawler compositions for both teams here, which might be scary, but then you have to remember we're on Oni Village where this core's going, oh, that's the reason why. Big fish across the board for everybody. And everyone's going to be huge, racking up that damage and looking for some of these knockouts, perhaps.
Definitely, and they are definitely looking at me for this because that was my nickname in college. I always have to bring it up, and it will not stop here as 2 goal barriers on the diagonal are taken down on each side at the moment. Looking like threezy's going to grab one as well, so Goomy has to stay in this end of the goal. You're not going to be seeing him charging up midfield anytime soon, but threezy has the open goal, has the open net, kind of bullying this Drakkar, and see you later. Goodbye, breaking his ankles. Los Rancheros up 1-0.
All right, that goal is all well and good, but we have to go back to this one. It was actually your nickname in high school?
It actually was in college. In college. It actually was. And my roommates still call me Big Fish. Yes. Also, by the way,
are we going to explore that at all?
We're going to explore that a little bit. I think it's just because they just called me that, and I asked them why they called me that, and they said, you're Big Fish. There's no reasoning behind it. I'm just a big fish. And I don't know why. I guess it's because I'm an Aquarius. I've got no clue. I don't really give stock to that. But you know what doesn't also have stock? The goal barriers on the side of Portland. Looks like Goomy is getting closer towards that midfield position. These midfielders on the side of Portland have to keep watch here as apalme is real low. Still level 1, finally leveling up to level 2 there. Theezy is going to be knocking him out. See you later. It looks like a pretty easy goal for Los Rancheros. And I do want to mention as well, this is the first time Oni Village has been done all night. I want to say also in East as well. And that's not going to be a first either because Goomy's going to grab that goal on the goalie, moving up the midfield, moving and schmoving.
It's going to be exactly what Goomy wants to do. Again, like, you know, you can take a striker away, but you cannot take the play style away of going so far forward and getting so far involved and engaged, especially with at least one of these goal barriers up. But can you punish him? Is now able to find that one and almost able to sneak past the goal barrier. Reznok barely able to make it back in time to save the goal gates for now, but threezybreezy able to dash punch the core back on in forward, and the pendulum swing comes through out of Kienoob to send that one. What a crazy sequence of events for that goal.
You saw that energy going right towards Portland, then right back to Los Rancheros. That was a heartbreaker right there. They definitely had the advantage, and it just slipped out because of the core movement. So, into the first Awakenings draft. Let's see what this Juliet picks here. Going to get the heavy impact, which makes sense. I mean, if you look at how they were playing, they were just absolutely killing folks. The Rasmus on the side of Portland grabbing the Primetime. Chrono Boost coming out for the Drakkar as well as the Rapid Fire. Peak performance going here, and let's see what Julie apalme grabs here. Looks like the glass cannon. So, very interesting draft. The extra special not taken at all.
Not too confident myself on the glass cannon out of apalme here, who's probably still going to get racked up so much damage. I mean, you're walking into a 3-brawler composition. Must not have felt that the other options were quite strong. But other thing here as well, Chrono Boost for Reznok. Theoretically decent for the Drakkar goalie, able to get a little bit of extra speed getting over to that core, but isn't able to be fast enough to save those goal barriers this time. But now apalme tried to take it right out of Goomy's hands. Pendulum swing comes through. Reznok's back in time, and now possession kept up, but no, that's touch coming in for Kienoob here. Can't quite seem to keep possession of it for now. apalme looking for this final goal barrier. No, not at this time. This Reznok is once again back in time, still trying to keep threezybreezy at bay.
It looks like Goomy's doing a really great job showing a barcode moment here on the side of the goal here, keeping this goal barrier up as well. And as we know from the patch notes as well, the speed boosts on the side of this map have been upgraded, but oh no, Julie, you're getting a downgrade down to the ground, and she's going to sit there on the bench here. Portland has the man advantage for the next 4 seconds. They got to make something work here, and they don't. Goomy grabs it. 1-0 so far.
Goomy gets credit for the goal, but unfortunately the save there from Reznok finds the demon angle into its own net. Other thing there that was quite unfortunate was apalme didn't connect with the energy burst either. Now doesn't have that at his disposal to be aggressive on the front lines here, but that might not matter as it might be another power play opportunity moment with threezybreezy forced to go back on away. Picking up that orb on the back lines, though, will be critical for him to come on back into this one. And now, again, pressure just can't quite seem to fully mount, especially with Kienoob. All of these Death's Touches coming in and able to take care of business, interrupting a lot of the plays that Portland Sabbatical's trying to set up. And now looking for threezybreezy here as well. There's a Fire Flurry that comes out of threezy, but not able to pick up the core for now. And now threezy once again staggered, forced back but away. The goal barrier is going to go down. Kienoob, though, still in possession. apalme looking for the cross-up. Doesn't fool Goomy this time. Reznok trying to keep this one on board, and now he's able to fend it over Kienoob.
What a teleport.
Now it goes right past Goomy. He wasn't even emoting that time.
Oh, no. Poor Goomy and Reznok absolutely chatting up with that teleport invis. Insane stuff there. Oh, my gosh. I can't even... I don't even have words for that goal there. We're all tied up now, ladies and gentlemen. So... let's reset a little bit. Let's go back a bit. Let's see what these guys have cooking as the energy bursts are cooking up a storm on this core. And man, this core moving across the pitch in all sorts of directions. Goomy doing a great job keeping this bottom corner here, but so did Reznok until both these were out. And now it is Los Rancheros' game and goal to get. Not if apalme had anything to say about it. Both goals are open. It's not going to matter, though. threezybreezy knocks it in. They could get a second set in this next one.
Anyway, Punch comes through there to connect with the core and able to send that one right on around. Sorry, I was just startled with whatever I just watched. And now threezybreezy able to come in with that one as well. Another power play opportunity with a goal gate. First one going to go down. Goomy barely able to sneak it right around the second one. And now Kienoob trying to cause a little bit of trouble here. Again, it's all about possession. And Los Rancheros right now are keeping that until they decide to send it towards the goal barrier, which threezybreezy does. By the way, he has energy burst as well. We'll be looking to try to take the core, but now no. Not going to be able to make it this time around. apalme is able to dash it in. And we've got a 5th point here in the second set.
I'll say threezybreezy has had really, really good comparison here on this energy burst, keeping it conserved until this final moment. They might use it right here. Also, Goomy with the shotgun, absolutely mental at the moment, keeping it deflecting off the sides. And you know who's deflecting off the sides now? The Juliet on the side of Portland Sabbatical, and she'll be taking a sabbatical for about 5 more seconds as this goal opens. Los Rancheros, it's their ranch to have, it's their ranch to own. It's a triple six, but it almost blundered there, but it's okay, guys. No worries. Kienoob's got it all under control, and he's won the set 3-2.
And Los Rancheros have stormed through this tournament. They are just 1 set away from taking the western side of the bracket against last week's champions in the Portland Sabbatical. And now, as we go on over to this, built different, first to take it off the table, expected for this triple brawler composition. And there it is. Fire Up comes in second here for Portland Sabbatical. apalme will be looking for that, trying to get that speed ahead and trying to beat Los Rancheros to the core.
I love this Fire Up pick from the Juliet on the side of Portland. apalme. It's going to be appalling how much energy that apalme is going to grab here in this set. So without further ado, let's just see what happens. I think Portland might be able to reclaim some of their dignity here. Not if Goomy has anything to say about it. He's shotgunning and ricocheting everything here. apalme on half health. That shield going down real fast, and the goal going down as well. threezybreezy just knocks it in. Easy shot. They're 2 goals away.
I mean, what do you do if you're Reznok there? You tried clearing it. You tried doing the thing you always do as the Drakkar goalie of send it over the top side, get it in that, hit it off of the top border, and it goes right back into the hands of another member of Los Rancheros to send it into the goal barrier. But now, power play opportunity for Portland Sabbatical, and FudgyWaffles finds the pendulum swing for the second barrier as well, looking for this one to keep it up. And there's the Molten Bolt, connects with the core, slows down Goomy for a moment, but the KO comes through for threezybreezy, who's on a 4 KO streak now, and it'll be looking almost for the 5th, though apalme almost takes them off. Now Goomy stalls it out for a moment here, looking to take this one a little slower on the power play. Reznok, though, is going to be able to find it over to apalme. Goomy once again off of the top wall. Kienoob in position, looking for it. No, that'll be FudgyWaffles now trying to take the pendulum swing back the other way. The energy burst is going to come out of apalme, giving the rest of the
Reznok,
team
watch out.
the extra speed to come on through, but now he's going to get punished for it in the interim. FudgyWaffles tries to go forward here, but against 2 other members on the goal line, it's going to be difficult in your own team's deficit now.
Good stuff, Goomy.
Barely able to save it there.
With that energy burst as well, keeping it up for the defense. And look at this absolute masterclass from Goomy. I hope I don't caster curse him here. 2 of the forwards are coming up. Here comes the energy burst, and it's deflected off of that side there. apalme has another hope. He needs to make this all work. Getting beat up by threezybreezy, getting absolutely thwacked like a boxing glove. And see you later, Rasmus. You're going to take a quick vacation, a quick Portland Sabbatical. It does not matter. apalme grabs it, ties it up. And ladies and gentlemen, I think Portland is saying they're still here. They're not on sabbatical just yet.
There is life in this Portland Sabbatical squad, but it took an arm and a leg and the kitchen sink for them to come away with that one. Everything they've gotten, it was finally the Molten Bolt finding this crazy angle off of that corner. We've seen that so many times, but it's surprising every time it happens. And Goomy not able to send it away, but now looking for this one. Energy burst traded both back and forth, but FudgyWaffles is staggered, forced to back on away. Now in the speed lane, was almost dangerously close to getting punched off of the pitch from threezybreezy, who once again has energy burst at his disposal. When he elect to use that, dribbles off to the top of himself, but Reznok gets involved there. There's the KO that comes through. apalme level up, now at level 7, looking to try to come on back in this one, and FudgyWaffles digs it out of the corner. There's the pendulum swing, able to find the second one. Reznok looking for this energy burst, but that one gets denied almost instantly. Now Kienoob trying to do a little bit of fancy footwork here with the core, pulling it right back to him, trying to get it around these members of Portland Sabbatical, or at least stall to keep that member, keep all 3 members up. We're in overtime now.
Here we go. This core is going to be going crazy. And here goes the other shield as well. So, oh my goodness, amazing saves from Goomy. As the chat says, Goomy on X Games mode. Oh my God. And look at this. Kienoob trying to make something work, and it doesn't matter. apalme deflects it off the top into the speed boost. And see you later. They're up by 1 goal at the moment. They could bring this to another game.
If I had a nickel for every time the core found that exact spot and landed in the goal, I'd have about 3 nickels, which is not a lot, Dylan, but it's
weird that it happened 3 times. Exactly. It's definitely weird, and it's not weird. See you later, Juliet. Los Rancheros is Juliet getting completely knocked off the side here. Kienoob, Goomy have to defend this barrier with their life for another 3 seconds until the Juliet can do it, but it's not anything that's going to happen. Both goals are open, though. Kienoob could seal it here. See ya. Okay, Goomy passing it up to Reznok. Has been a ping pong between these 2 goalies at the moment. Kienoob has an open net, though, and we are at match point. Both of these teams could take it either to a game 3 or a game 4. My bad. A game 4 or a win. Who's going to do it? What's going to happen? It's a battle of the West.
Los Rancheros looking to take this away again from the defending Western Primetime champions. It was Portland Sabbatical to win last week, and now they're on the ropes here, but looking for this other goal barrier. Now apalme does have the energy burst, will elect to use it, but it gets sent away by Goomy nonetheless. And now they're both trying to commit for this one, but there's no one back to keep the core. Reznok burns the energy burst there to save the other barrier, and threezybreezy finds a knockout on a FudgyWaffles. It's a power play opportunity now for Los Rancheros, who's trying to get this one on forward. But once again, Reznok is overwhelmed at the goal barrier. The goal gates will go away, and now the goals are open for the final goal potentially to come in for Los Rancheros.
Watch out for Goomy. He's got the energy flip right here. He's probably going to use it in a defensive situation as well. Nobody else with enough energy to flip this core into the open net. This is a battling barrage of the core coming toward the lower left corner. Goomy has to keep it alive. He will. He doesn't get it. It's gone on a little bit of a streak here. Both goals are open. We're in overtime, but threezybreezy sends it home. Good night. See you later, Los Rancheros, your Primetime Tuesday West champions.
Oh, man.
Oh, my gosh.
Once again, GG's all around. Fantastic stuff from both of these teams. Gotta feel for yourself once again if you're Reznok there. Wish you had another charge of that lock and load up at your disposal to send it away when it mattered most. But nonetheless, that one comes through. And look, 8 KOs for threezybreezy coming in there is one of the things I wants to comment on. so much. And by the way, like, might have gone down once in all of that, right? Able to have so much pressure, and it's one of the reasons why threezy is one of these players to look out for, especially as we prepare ourselves for the pro leagues. When he's able to get set up on this Juliet and we find these kinds of opportunities, he is an absolute monster, as you saw in that last one.
And I just want to give a shout out to FudgyWaffles, despite taking the loss, 22,000 damage. What in the world was he on? He was really on X Games mode there. Goomy doing a great job as well. 52 saves, the most saves out of anybody in the lobby. It was just Los Rancheros there. But in that second set, look, Portland did a great job. They did not want to go home in a 2-0 fashion, but it was just too strong this week from Los Rancheros. The Ranchers claiming the West as their own. They have more ranches than most people I know out here in West Texas, and that's the money driver out here. So they're walking home $100 richer.
And look, again, not incredibly surprising. If you were to pick a favorite in this tournament, it probably would have been this team, because 2/3 of this roster has been tearing through the West server in many of our tournaments across the board. Both Goomy and Kienoob picking up yet another title to their names. And got a feel for Portland Sabbatical looking to go back-to-back, but nonetheless, just got to be played better. And look, at the end of the day, so much speed, so much aggression, and so much of an ability to maintain your cool even when the core is flying that fast, I think is really what sets some of these players on Los Rancheros apart from their counterparts, is so much of just being able to keep things calm, cool, and collected and not get too panicked, because again, the constant of Goomy's emotes will always be there, no matter how fast the core's going.
And Goomy's emotes will definitely return this weekend in the Pro League Invitational. All 64 teams have been registered, and they're going to be going crazy here in the next few days. So make sure to tune into that on Odyssey Interactive's Twitch channel. All these players, as you've seen tonight in the last two finals and in Primetime, will be competing. So find your favorites and definitely root and cheer them on. It's going to be an amazing tournament. I can't wait to watch alongside all of you. Congrats again to Los Rancheros and to Trio Abusers, winners in the West and the East, respectively. And we're going to give a nice shout out to Odyssey Interactive as well. Thank you. Make sure to follow them before the action kicks off this Saturday. It's going to be nuts. And I don't know if we're going to have Vodible come in here, maybe a little bit of a talk from him. But
no.
Man, Kbot, we don't need him.
We don't need him. We're signing off for the night here. I mean, you know, we say that lovingly, of course. We do want Vodible around. Vodible's next tournament will be next Tuesday. There will not be a Twin Drive Thursday. Not that this applies to any of you, because hopefully, I mean, unless you wanted to come back and watch on Thursday for the European tournament, but of course you won't be playing because it won't happen regardless. So the next tournament that you'll see out of Vodible's crew is next Tuesday for Primetime Tuesday. And we're going back to the original format, combined East and West regions in a double elimination bracket. So we'll see what happens and who's able to come out on top for the final one in June. But folks, that'll do it for us here today. Dylan, any final personal shout outs here?
Follow both of us on Twitter. Follow Kbot because he's cooler. Follow me if you want. I don't care. Make sure to follow Vodible on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. All the VODs will be posted in the coming days. You're going to want to watch these back, guys. It was an insane match. It's going to be some fun content coming out. And by the way, shout out to Vodible for becoming a YouTube partner and for applying for Twitch partner. It's all thanks to this community. Thank you guys so much. My words speaking for him. This has been amazing. You'll see more action from him this next Thursday. And make sure to tune in to Late Night Strike this Friday on my Twitch channel. We're doing a little fun little artist challenge, a little doodle challenge. It's going to be lots of fun. Some of the best artists that you've seen in the community will be judging my friend's artistic abilities in MS Paint. So it's going to be great. You're going to want to catch that. Do you want to set it off, Kbot?
I'll set it off. I think I don't have anything else because you basically have said everything else that I would have. So that was it for Prime Time Tuesday number 5. Once again, congratulations over to Los Rancheros in the West and the True Abusers for going 5 straight in the East. And thank you all so much for tuning in. We'll catch you all around wherever that may be in the next Omega Strikers tournament, but most certainly right back here next Tuesday. We're signing off for now. We'll catch you all around. Take care and have a good night.